Hey guys, Andrew here. I'm out with West Gippsland today, exploring this very large multi-level mine near Aberfeldy. So I'm at level 1. This is looking in. And there's another at it over there. It only goes about 5 meters though. This one's maybe 300-400 meters long, but it's very soft and unstable. Okay, I'm inside that first adit, right at the end of the main drive. Got a stope here. Got a big timber holding up the roof. Down there it's like a T-intersection. That timber's holding up the back, but it's heavily collapsed, you can't get through. Have a billy can here. And a short cross cut down there, some of the guys are coming out of. Check out that collapse. Okay. Got another stoped area here. Heavily collapsed. One of the guys coming through now. Tunnel rises up a bit here. There would have been a tunnel down there originally. Oh, didn't even notice this on the way in. Tunnel back to the adits over there. That's the tunnel into the adit number 1. And there's a shaft to the surface right here. Okay. So I just squeezed through this narrow winds. I'm currently sitting down. Bit of an incline here, follows the hanging wall. Goes about 30 meters. It goes past the hole, but yeah, you can't get past. Here we have an old water tank. It's got the pipes, it's got rivets, it's got welds as well. Probably from the 1940s. There's some of the guys heading down the track. As you see, it's pretty steep and overgrown. Here we have an old hut site inside the creek. Right in front of the adit. So we're outside one of the other adits. It's actually a different mine, but it ends up connecting to that other one. Very big adit, very high. Got a wooden rail there. Wooden ladder, sorry. And there's a minecart out front. And here we got an old bottle with a cork stopper still in it. So I'm about 150 meters in from the adit. Got a Y intersection here. That way it just bends around and gets really muddy. Only about 30 meters or so. That way keeps going. That's the adit down there. And the wooden train tracks. So this one was originally worked in the 1800s, but reworked in the 1940s. There's from the pipe. It's got wooden rails though. Check out this hook. As you can see, it's been surveyed. Got a bit of a stope here. not too big. So I'm at the bottom of the stope at the end of this drive. Got some lagging up there. Continues on this way. Got some old tin. Someone's put a name in the wall in carbide lantern. HBWS Mick Bo at Late Thompson. Top of this big stope. Got a little stope to the side with a stall. It's actually a bridge over the stope. There's drops down there. There's another team member coming up there. There's some graffiti on the wall. Matt loves brie. Got all that quartz. Got a pillar that loops around. And here's some more graffiti. 1959 and 1936. It's got a face in the wall. So this is the end of the line in this cross cut. Came from over there. Got a little bit of a raise here. The room and pillar sort of method. Big pillar in the middle holding it together. This will be an ore pass from a higher level. That's where it just came from. Continue on this way. Some lagging on the wall. And lots of flowstone. Stuff's like really gritty and sticky. And it's slowly formed on the hanging wall, which they've mined out. Yeah, how big that is. It's pretty beautiful stuff. Got a pipe here and an old bucket. Some miners' graffiti. Got a raise here. Looks like there's a drive halfway up. See the quartz going up the wall? Just looking down the tunnel. Intersection here with the raise. It's hanging wall. I'll have a look. And there's the flooded winds. What do you want to hook up to? So I'm at an intersection here. Wooden rails. And there's an inclined winds or all past there, which are about to go down. Halfway down this incline, it's about 80 degrees. Still on the rope. There's all these smashed ladders down there. Tunnels down there. Don't know if it's worth squeezing past. So I'm at the bottom of that winds past all those timbers. It was actually an ore chute. You can see that's the gate there. That's timbers to make sure the rock rolls in the right direction. That's my rope there I came down on. Look at this drill hole, it goes right through the rock. It's a tunnel. Anyway. Have a look at this. Still all the old ladders. They used to go up the ore chute to the top at it. So this mine has maybe, I think 11 confirmed levels. And this is only level, it's around 2 or 3. Somewhere in the middle. Check out all the water mineralizing on the rock. It's turning solid. Got wooden rails. Got a hook here. Lanterns and things. And yeah, we'll press on. Still at that bottom of that winds. Have to crawl through this backfield section as fast as your pass. It's getting really on. Check out that backfield.
Sorry. More backfield.
And here we have an old candle. Not sure how old it is. Pretty cool. So I'm outside one of the other upper adits. Again, sort of right in the creek at the top of the valley. This one was worked in the 1940s. Check out that metal pipe and the concrete wall. Very cool. You can climb over it. Some of the guys went in there. It goes about 50 metres and dead ends. Worked in the 1940s. 1940 something on that sign. Very cool. We're just in this gully and we found another ore cart. Bit of a nightmare walk through. Smile. The adit's just over there in a hut. So we just found this 4-head crusher battery deep in the ferns. It's on wooden supports. You can see the rods, camshaft, and there's the stamper heads. Oh, it's on a big wheel here to turn it, and more gears behind it which are falling down. Go up and have a look from the top. Get through these ferns. An old barrel here. So from this angle you can see the gears. Some of the roof that's collapsed in. Big steel chimney on the top of the rods, and whatever was sitting on top of it, maybe a tank or something. So there's the 4-head battery. There's some more relics down here. There's a big A-frame. Steel rods and things. The remains of like a car.
Yeah, you said that. There's a car here.
There's a diff. From tin. Don't know how I got here. Road's long gone.
There's a road here.
Ah.
In the 80s you could drive here.
And here we found an old boiler. Sort of cut in half. Riveted together. So there's that boiler we just found, and the stamp is on the other side of this sort of creek thing. I'm standing on this rock foundation. There's some cut boards across it, so this might have been an old bridge site to the boiler, and there's some piping going up towards the stamper. So now outside the second adit of the mine, it's in there. Go have a look. So I'm just inside the portal. It's pretty silted up and drops back down. Some of the guys up there. Goes a long way. A little bit in. A little cross cut here. Hello.
Down there.
Andrew.
Ah,
I'm right near the adit.
what's that?
I'm right near the entrance.
Ah,
the portal.
Into another. Okay.
You guys must have climbed up.
Where are you now?
Outside the entrance, the portal, added 2.
Yeah, but there's another right up below you.
I'm in the bottom one, I guess, then.
Look at the top one.
Ah.
Ah, let's get you onto that one then.
Shine your torch straight into the wall. You all right?
Well, about 300 metres in. Got a big air door here. Pretty cool. Lots of relics. And got an intersection. Still the railway ties going left. Some of the other guys down on the right. Have a look down here. Another intersection. Bucket. Lots of rays. Goes up to the next level above. Must be an all path. Have a look over here. That's cool. Here's a word. Another intersection. Have a look in here. Oh, it's another race. Goes up and bends around. It's a bit hard to video. That probably goes up to the other level as well. That's the railway ties, still in condition. Oh, the walls are going white here. Really cool shape. Oh, I got a big collapse in this stope. On the other side of this collapse here, I think the inclined winds I went down earlier, that's on the other side of this collapse. Check out that quartz. This part's a bit unstable. But pretty cool. So I'm back at the air door. Let's go have a look down this right hand branch. I've got another intersection here. People down there. Main drive goes down that way. Got some cool timber work and a stope out along the hanging wall. I continued on forward from that last intersection with the stoked out hanging wall. I have another intersection here, goes off the left under there, continues forward under that. Look at all that flowstone forming, absolutely incredible. It goes off to the right as well, and it drops down below, and that's looking back. There's a nail in the wall there. So I'm in another stope at the end of the main drive. goes up a little bit there. This is actually backfill. You can see in the photo, the video, it keeps going that way. And the rock's literally just peeling off the back. And they've wedged timbers in there. There's heaps of peeling. That. So I just crawled through so many tunnels. There's winds and drives going everywhere. Biggest mine I've ever been in. Look at that timbers. Look at the mold coming off them. But this stope is huge. Okay. The level's going up, level's going down, level's going around. Inside this big chamber. There's a raise going up. So outside of this mine we also have this shed. It's sort of like this open cut area. There's also some sort of machinery there, I don't know what it is. Have a look in the shed. Got a double fireplace. A couple of beds. Table and stuff. Sink. Pair of boots. Yeah, it's a pretty big hut site. That's outside one of the middle levels of the mine. We have another adder here. Pretty overgrown. Nice and big pasture though. So we just crawled through this collapse. Heading into this adit. Got a branch there. Branch there. And what's possibly a filled in shaft from the surface here. This one goes for about 30 metres in dead ends.
Yeah, it opens up. Standing here. It doesn't go very far.
This one goes forward, does a right turn. That's the face over there. We got a winds here with a rail, and that drops maybe about 6 metres down. Pretty skinny, but it goes down. So we're inside this adit. Just there, it's an intermediate level between the first and second adit. Got a backfield drive here. Some stacked rock here. You can see the ruts where the rails were. Bit of a shelf here. Got a big steel door, probably an air door. Got a bit of a cross cut. And it keeps going that way, about 100 metres. It's a big collapse. You can get to it from lower and up the raises, past the collapse.
Actually, no, we didn't go that way.
So I've dropped into a wind.
Up behind you.
There's an ore chute there. And there's some false floors up there. And they connect to ore chutes further up. About 3 or 4 levels all interconnected by ore chutes. We climbed up a 30-metre raise, went around the bend, and we found this ore cart. All metal, it's got the wheels on it. It's got a lever for tipping it. And we believe that connects to one of the adits outside, which is now sealed, and the only way to get up here is via the raise. So this is the raise we climbed to get up to the ore pass. Very tight. That's my hand, for example of how tight it is. And it's almost vertical, about 80 degrees. That's the tunnel. Had to climb up another raise to get to this level. So yeah, between level 1 and 2, there's at least maybe 5 levels. Here we have added 3. Well, there's heaps of intermediate ones, but this one was insanely long. Tens of kilometres of tunnel just in this level. And this is right at the top of the mine. There's 895 feet of mine, oh, more than that, plus below this level. It was about 500 metres to the first intersection, maybe 1,000 to the next, and then there was this intersection after intersection after intersection. So about 500 metres in, got a steel door, it goes up to a ore pass up to the next level above. Another door here, which would have gone in that frame there. And the tunnel goes back to the adit that way. So come to a 4-way intersection, so rail tracks in the middle. Tunnel goes that way, that way, that way. It's got a door there, and back the way we came. Got another part of an ore cart. It's past that 4-way intersection. Here you have a big wooden ore chute. Must go up to the level above. Got another intersection, that's where we came. Got a tunnel that way, and a tunnel that way. Big timber there holding it up. Got another doorway here. Really tall adit here. Up there. Maybe 4 metres high. So here we've come up to the engine room chamber. Huge chamber. There's a team member for example, and we'll throw a rock down the winds.
Ready?
Yep.
That's
Pretty deep. It goes down to 2 more levels, I think, and there's another shaft goes down even deeper. There's a shaft that goes up out of the engine room. Here we have the foundations for the engine, for the winder. Went down the engine shaft. Bit of cable. Hook thing. And he's looking down the shaft. It's fully timbered the whole way. It's pretty deep. Here we have a scaling bar to rip rocks out of the stopes. That's part of the foundations for the poppet head or the elevator over the shaft as well. Some wooden supports and metal rails and things. Drops down. Here we have some sort of like drill rod still stuck in there. So we have another intersection here. Got one going up, one to the right, over to the left. Going down.
Up.
Going down up.
Someone mapping this?
We got a kibble bucket there. This is a closer look at that kibble bucket. Right, a ladder behind it.
Oh, sorry.
Down level between 3 and 4. It's this tunnels every direction. Tens of kilometres of tunnels everywhere. All my torch is starting to die. But yeah, there's another ore cart here. So another area between 3 and 4. Still in train tracks, going off in every direction.
What are you train tracks here?
So we just crawled through this little stope down on level 4 or 5, and we found this other ore cart. So the wall on this cart still works for when they tip it. Wheels even still spin.
Timber rails still attached.
So here we have an old box, still with the dynamite and detonation cord. Here we have a massive ore chute underneath the false floor. The hook there. Big gate here, full of rock. Come around to where there's light. pretty cool. Here we got some more miners graffiti. There's a face who's AP, and it says something you don't say by Pa. Here we have some more gelignite and some tin for blasting caps. And you can actually read the label on the gelignite. Not going to touch it, but yeah. And here we have a bucket, a huge bucket. It's got a handle there. Shine your lights up the race. And it came from that race really deep. But yeah, very cool. And the quartz is in the wall there. We're at maybe the 30th intersection. Here we have a room and pillar stope. My lights are sort of dying, so it's a bit dark, but the stope goes around under there, under this big pillar. There's a tunnel above the stope. And it looks like they've kept all the quartz in the pillar because they couldn't mine it out because it's holding up the wall. And the tunnel keeps going that way. It's a big raise above us.
Wow.
And that's the tunnel we came from, over there. So we're inside another stope, and follow this quartz goes around, up this stope, up there, and it's along the back wall of the top, and another level up there.
Cloud coming in here.
Yeah.
Arrow on the tree.
Wow, look at that, guys. Look at all the fog over the valley.